You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
So, guys, I don't know if you guys remember this, but last year there was a certain Instagram model / Onlyfans model that was on a plane and decided it was a good idea to lick a toilet seat on a plane to try and get the virus.
Yeah. Wanted to get it out of the way.
Yeah. Well, apparently now this same young lady has some relations with Antonio Brown. Apparently the day before Antonio Brown did his stunt on the field at the Jets. Because apparently Antonio Brown invited this young lady into his hotel room the day before the Jets game. It's against the NFL's COVID protocols, by the way. And now she is saying she is now tested positive for the Wuhan virus. Rhodes.
Yo.
What are your thoughts on this, man?
This is the all-new sequel to Samuel L. Jackson's hit movie Snakes on a Plane. This one is called Syphilis on a Plane. Does it look? Number one, let's just go with the NFL player sneaking said woman into a hotel room. That's been happening forever.
That's not a surprise.
Forever. That's a thing. Plain and simple. That is a thing. Now,
I'm pretty sure Magic Johnson was doing that a lot in the NBA.
Evidently, he might have made some comments to her about the NFL that I'm sure we'll get into. That is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting because it seems like for a guy that's made a lot of money, a good living catching passes in the NFL, he's not too happy with the NFL. And of course, there's a lot of little side things that have sort of been spawned from this issue because we also got something we're going to cover about the Buccaneers and something they asked Antonio Brown to do, and we'll get to that.
Right.
Because it seems that there's a certain excuse that everybody runs to now when it comes to issues like this. And I think that's, personally speaking, I think that's what it is. It's just an excuse, a cop-out. But, the lady, that doesn't surprise me. There's nothing. Number one, does it surprise us that she would go hang out with an NFL player and then put NFL player on blast in order to attract a larger following to herself? That shouldn't be surprising to anybody.
Doesn't surprise me.
Antonio Brown may have made a mistake by calling up an Instagram chick or an OnlyFans chick or both, whatever she is.
I think she does both.
Unless it was part of a bigger plan. And look, he may be a big enough clown show to have actually playing this. I mean, this may have been part of something she was trying to do, but he was not practicing social distancing with said lady at all.
No.
Yeah.
You guys can see here, OnlyFans, and the ad just popped up. But OnlyFans Ava Louise tells Bucs to test team after she tested positive for COVID after night with Antonio Brown. And that is her right there on the right there. Now, I never heard of this lady. Well, I never actually seen her before. I remember the story about her in a toilet seat, but I want to forget that. I really do. But it says model Ava Louise had plans with friends on Saturday night, but messages allegedly sent to her by Antonio Brown made her change her plans. Brown is being accused of sneaking an OnlyFans model into his hotel room the night before his former team played the New York Jets. And you can see here another twist to the insane story here. But here's the thing. This is from, and I need to go to my other screen here, guys, so you guys can actually see a bigger picture of this, because this is what was tweeted out by ESPN's Jenna Lane. Right here, Ava Luis, the woman claiming Antonio Brown smuggled her into the team hotel, posted this on Instagram. Ironically, she started an internet challenge by licking an airplane toilet seat in 2020, calling it the, quote, coronavirus challenge. She posts, Buccaneers test your team. Now, here's the thing. This is, I guess this is a rapid test. Now, you can see at the bottom, it says COVID-19 AG card. Control, sample, positive is 2 lines, negative is 1 line. You can see there, it says 2 lines, positive, and she puts out Buccaneers test your team. Now, the timing of this, if this is true, couldn't be any worse, right?
Yeah, it's heading in the last game of the year.
Yeah,
Playoff seating is on the line right now.
yeah. Playoff seating is online, and we know
right.
that Transformer variant is spreading like wildfire, super, super contagious. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's say that this is real. She's with Antonio Brown, and then Antonio Brown gets around his teammates, Brady, all these other guys. And these guys could be actually asymptomatic, okay? NFL's still testing, right?
Well, I think if they don't have symptoms, they're not testing them right now. Remember, that's the one policy change they made. That if they don't have symptoms, they're not going to go out of their way to test. And of course, the one thing that was said was, well, players are going to start hiding their symptoms. Believe it or not, it doesn't seem like a lot of that is happening. It does seem like that if players are getting symptoms, they are actually going out of their way to tell their clubs so they can get tested. So that's not as big an issue as people thought it was going to be.
But when you see something like this, though, Antonio Brown allegedly, getting it on with her, and she's showing a positive test here.
That's too bad.
That's too bad. What if the NFL says, wait a minute, hold on?
Well, I don't think they can, because their NFL COVID policies are something that is put together in conjunction with the NFL Players Association. So the NFL can't just jump out and say, oh, we're making a change for one team. They can't do that. They would have
without going through the PA anyway.
The PA would have a problem with that all of a sudden.
Yeah,
yes. Now
and the timing of it would be so bad though, because you're a week away from the playoffs, and Tampa Bay is not going to have a bye.
Right.
Not going to have a bye. Now, I believe that the Bucs are 100% jabbed up too. So if a player does have symptoms, they only have to isolate. I get confused between the NBA and the NFL, but I believe it's 5 days?
It is 5 days, as long as you're, I think, symptom free. You can go back out and play, or if your symptoms have disappeared, something like that. They play the Carolina Panthers. Playoff seeding is not determined yet completely.
No.
So this game actually means something right now.
Yeah, it does. It does mean something. But I found it interesting, that she would just put that out there like that. Can she even be trusted? I don't even know.
No. Really? No. Can she be trusted? Yikes. No. That's like the Merriam Dictionary sketch version of not somebody walking, talking that can't be trusted. Yeah. There's no way you can trust her. No way.
Yeah. It just seems like everything with Antonio Brown going on right now, it seemed like she almost trying to capitalize on all the pub that Antonio Brown is getting right now, in a way.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.